Your question is that you remember so many things from the past, but it is difficult for you to remember your lessons.
Yeah.
So who is asking you to remember your lessons?
I
Don't,
have to remember my
no, you
lesson.
don't have to remember. This is the whole problem with our education system. You have to understand the lesson. The whole problem is panghafalan. We try to remember. You don't have to remember. You have to understand your lesson. And to understand your lesson, you have to love your lesson. When you are learning, I don't know, what is the hardest lesson? What is hardest lesson for you? Paling difficult, very difficult. Most difficult lesson for you. Most difficult subject
Bahasa
probably.
Bali.
Bahasa Bali. Okay, Bahasa Bali, yes. That's very difficult.
Yeah.
So, you know why? Maybe you don't love Bali. You know, when you grow and when you have a girlfriend, you have a friend's girlfriend, for instance, you will break your head to learn French. Why? Because you love your girlfriend. So if it is difficult for you to learn Bahasa Bali, that means something is wrong. You don't really love Bali that much. So start loving Bali. And this applies to all your subjects. Start loving, try to understand what I would do. I had the same problem with mathematics. I didn't have problem with languages, but I had problem with mathematics. And then I started reading the lives of mathematicians, the great mathematicians. Yeah. Start reading their life. Start reading their biographies. And then I started understanding what is mathematics. I never got very good marks. It was just passable marks. And I was studying in India, so passable marks is 45%. So it was good. I had my passable marks, I didn't fail, but I never liked mathematics. I never could do well in mathematics until I started reading the biographies of people attached to mathematics. And this can also help you in your language. Try to understand the history of Bali. Try to understand the culture of Bali. Try to understand what is good about Bali. So then it's easier for you to understand. And beside that, there are memories which you have to forget. You have to create some space in your brain. So there are many memories, like what you were doing in your mother's tummy, you have to forget that. Okay, forget that. That's not important anymore. Gapating bangat. Yeah? That's no more important. Now you are out of the tummy and you are enjoying your life, So don't try to remember all those things. When the memory comes to you, it's all right. It's all right. But then you just say, okay, I remember that, but that's it, And then you will create some space in your brain to process the new information. This is the problem not only with students, but with most of us, that we don't have enough space in our brain to process new information. We are so conditioned with old information. Somebody calls us racist. Why? My God, I don't want to be racist, But maybe we are not racist. Just because somebody is calling us racist, we start believing that we are racist. Because we have got this conditioning. We have got this conditioning that if you do like this, you'll be chopped, you'll be stamped racist. So all this nonsense information we have to get rid of. That is what meditation is about. Meditation is about that. To clear our brain, to create some space, and then we can process new information. And when you go further, next level is you start getting information from all over. And that's what intuition is all about. It's not only information based on your experiences, but also from the cosmos, from everywhere. So it's nothing very hard. I had the same problems like you, Kranti. I used to read a lot, I used to read a lot, and I never remember doing my homework at home. I never did. I was doing my homework in the school. You know, the teacher is talking about something else, and okay, this homework, let me do it. I'm listening to him also, and I'm doing my homework. So when I go home, my father used to ask me, "You don't have any homework?" I said, "I did it already." And in India, they're very strict. If you make some mistakes, they call your parents. And your parents have to appear. If they don't appear, you're kicked out. Get out of the school. In my days, if the parents don't come, and if only mother is coming every time, no. Once in a while, the father must come. Yeah, so they were very strict, and they were never called. I was studying there. I did my junior high school, then senior high school. Not even once my parents were called. And I was just going through, but I was reading a lot. And my teachers were happy because I was giving them some headache, every time. They told me to describe a lake in Ajmer, the city in Ajmer. They told me to describe the lake. And the lake, 500 years back, it was a beautiful lake, So everybody is talking about writing an essay, how beautiful the lake is, blah, 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 blah. So flowery language, I was the only person in the class who wrote that the lake is dirty. And it was dirty. It was very dirty. Nobody was taking care of the lake. And the water was not there. It's near the Thar desert. So, Thar or Kutch? Thar, the Ajmer, Thar. So there was no water. And if there's no rain for 2 years in a row, no rains. So it was in a pitiable condition. But everybody was conditioned. At one point, the lake was beautiful. It was built by Shah Jahan. And Shah Jahan also built Taj Mahal, so it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I didn't see any beauty. And believe me, I got very good marks. And after that point, my teacher, my language teacher, Hindi teacher, literature, he told me, look, you continue with this. You try to use your brain because others are not using their brains. So use your brain. Create some space, use your brain. And it is not at the end of the world if you do not get very good marks in Bali Bhasa Bali. It's not at the end of the world. Even if you can get passable marks, it's all right. But love Bali, start to understand Balinese, and at one point you'll fall in love with Balinese girl, then all problem solved. All problem solved. She'll make you learn Balinese.